Well, Steve Arts 89. I haven't seen a lot of Black Mirror. I've only seen a few episodes. It seems to be screening on ABC, and you can see episodes on ABC iView. But whenever I think to look, there's normally one or two episodes, and that's it. So I've caught about four episodes or five episodes, but they're all really interesting. And I just saw two more yesterday, and I did want to talk about them. I thought the first one was really good. It's about this taxi driver who has been staking out this big corporation because he wants to kidnap the boss for some reason. Now, you see, earlier on, he hooks up with a woman who can't get into her daughter's social media after her daughter died, and she wants to get into it, and she can't do it because of privacy reasons and so forth. But so that sort of comes up later. But he basically goes to this business. It's like a giant tech company, like sort of Facebook or something. And he kidnaps this intern who he thinks is the boss because he's overly dressed and taking this guy's luggage or whatever because he was just moving stuff, but he wasn't that guy. So, but he still uses him as a hostage, and he tries to force the company to make the president, the founder of the company, speak to him. And he ends up getting chased by the police and ending up in a field, and it's just him and the guy in the car, and they're all freaking out. And the people who, the tech people are in on it, they found out about it, and they basically got into a feed from the phone line, and they listened to the other side of his conversation and all this stuff, and they're ahead of the police, so they're calling the police, telling them stuff, and they're all just trying to work out what to do, and none of them want to bother this boss, but eventually they contact him, and it's actually played by Topher Grace, and I did not recognise him with the long hair. He sort of looked like Jake Gyllenhaal, sort of. I just didn't recognise him. He's older now, and I saw later in the credits, I'm like, oh, that's why he looked familiar. I didn't know who that guy was. But eventually, he's chill. He's not bothered. It's like, God, just give me this guy to talk to. And they're all like, no, legal's like, no, you can't do it. No, like, and eventually he just says, just do it. I'm the boss, do it. So he speaks to him, and before that, there's an attempt to take him out with a sniper, and they nick his arm, but that's it. And there's also another moment where he tells the guy in the back that the gun's not real because he just doesn't want him to be afraid anymore because he knows it's traumatizing this guy, and but then once they hear that, they all try and come in because, like, oh, he doesn't have a real gun, we can get him, it's fine. And he basically shoots the gun off out the car window to show him it really is real. I was just telling him it was fake because I didn't want him to worry anymore. So then eventually, the guy speaks to him and all that, and he just wants him to listen to him for a minute. And he is for a bit, but then people come in and they're giving him like tips on how to speak to him and talk him down, and he senses he's not listening, and he's not listening. And neither are we, because we start looking at all this and we tune out of the story as well, and I'm like, damn, I'm not listening either. But eventually he calls him back, says, look, I just got some bad advice, I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm really listening. And he says, I was addicted to your platform. Me and my wife both were, and we're driving home from somewhere one day, and she was asleep, she was in the back, it was on a long straight road, I was bored, my alert went off, I picked up my phone, and I was hit by a drunk driver. Because he was a drunk driver, he got the blame, but it was my fault. I killed my fiancée because she died in the car accident, so did the drunk driver, so there was no witness, and he let them think that. So he was racked with guilt, and he just wanted. And the guy's saying, look, I don't know what to do about this. I created this. It wasn't like this. There's whole groups that design all this stuff to addict you. It is, you're true. You're right. It's happening. I don't know what to do about it. It's like I started this, and now it's this whole monster. And it's like, I don't care about any of that. I just wanted to say my piece. I wanted you to hear me. And then he decides to kill himself. Now he tells the intern to go, who's this gorgeous black man, and he's sort of like, no, I can't. I know what you're going to do, and I can't do it. And he's heard this guy's whole story about his wife and everything, and he gets that this guy's not a bad guy. He gets what he was trying to do. He knows he was never going to hurt him and all that. But he did use him, and it was traumatic. But he won't leave. He said, look, my uncle killed himself, and it destroyed my family. It destroyed my mother. You can't do it. She still hasn't recovered from it. I can't let you do this. I can't go. So they're fighting over the gun. They take another shot at him, and that's the end of the episode. And right when they were about to take the shot, I'm like, they better have an ending to this. And then it goes to black. I'm like, oh, you bastards. And there's a couple of shots after that where you see the police sort of react, sort of almost like having a sigh of relief. And I'm like, does that mean he's dead? Or he isn't dead and they missed him, and because they don't want him to die, or do they want him to die, and that's like why they're like relieved. And then you see the Topher Grace character basically, because he was meditating before this, he was on a retreat, which is part of the reason why they didn't want to interrupt him. And you see him sort of closing his eyes again, like he's going back to meditating. I'm like, did they arrest him? Did they kill him? It's like, it's really open-ended, but you really felt this guy's emotion, you really felt this guy's story, and you understood why he did what he did. And so many things go wrong on the way to crashing in the park and everything, and you really feel for him, and it was just really, really good and really powerful. It was called Smithereens, and I just wanted to do a little review of it, and I just want to talk about it for a minute, because I like talking about things that, TV shows and movies that are really good, that I enjoy. But I'm going to go. For free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Black Mirror. I need to just watch the whole seasons, because I've only watched a few random episodes. I've got to catch up and do the whole thing.